I'm gonna give you a brief walk around of the vehicle. So when Jeremy first pulled up, I thought the vehicle presented very well. So it definitely catches your attention. The color seems just right for this body style. So it's definitely a nice classic looking car. I started scrutinizing it already. It looks pretty clean. Paint looks like it was nicely done. Got some paint meter readings, 8.5, 9 thousandths of an inch. Haven't found any signs of paint, I should say, a hidden damage like body filler. Typically, when I get a reading of 19.7, that's when it's an indication of body filler. So nice thick paint meter reading so far. Here we can see where it's blemished, and I got plenty of pictures of the blemishes. Here you can see the pinstriping. Down the line here, you can see where it's broken up. The lens is in good shape, didn't see any cracks. The chrome, pretty decent on the bumper. And you can see some more chipping away there. And then there's a chip here. Pictures of all that already. Light scrapes here on the trim, but they're superficial. Really, you can't see them if you step back like maybe 3 feet. All right. Everything else looks fine. It looks like it's got a new license plate bracket. The fog lamps work. We've already tested the headlights. Low beam, high beam works. Turn signals, great. Grill was in great shape. Didn't see any dents. Little chip right there. And then you can see here with just the rubber gasket here, it's just slightly protruding out. Same here on the right side. Let me get you some paint meter readings while I'm here. All right, so oops. So to start off with 8 thousandths of an inch, right? 6 thousandths and 5.5 thousandths of an inch. No cracks here on the lenses, right? Paintwork looks good. The pinstriping on this side here, fender is complete, and rims look like they're in decent shape as well. Tires are a little old, even though they look new and it's got some tread on there. I don't know if that, I saw a DOT number here somewhere. Oh, it's right there. I got a picture of it. That could be 2014 or 2004. But if you can see some light cracks here on the sidewall, and I got that the same cracks on the other tires too. So if you decide to purchase a vehicle, you probably want to get a fresh set of tires. Here, just a slight blemish there in the paint. Get some more fender readings, so that's good. 5.5, good. 7.5. Let's get the cowl real quick. Okay, 7.5. Windshield looks good. There's a little spider crack right there. It's not in your eyesight, so you should be okay. Wiper blades look pretty new, and the trim looks like it's in decent shape. And I've already got the picture of the VIN as well. Let's get some rooftop readings here. 7. So we're getting some nice solid numbers. All right, sunroof seal looks pretty decent on this side here. When I run my hand across the paint, it's really smooth. So the paint feels really good. Just some dust here from it being windy here. Being windy here the past couple days. Again, 7 thousandths of an inch. Glass looks like it's in excellent shape too. I didn't see any chips or cracks or delamination. Here on the upper rubber seal, you can see where it is deteriorating a little bit, and here alongside the pillar. Okay, mirror was nice and solid. Moving on. Okay, got some chipping here at the edge. Here you can start seeing where some of the pinstriping starting to break up a little bit. Let's get some more readings while I'm here. 7, 5, 6.5. Come on. 6.5 and 5. Okay. Tire again, good shape. Got plenty of pictures of that back window. Didn't see any breaks in the defroster lines. You're gonna see some wax buildup here, but it looks like there's some condensation buildup or moisture here. So when I get in the trunk area or inside, I'll see if I can look into that a little further. Back end of the car, let's give you a little side view. Always like to check for waviness. Taillights, again, good shape. Badging looks good. Chrome finish, I wouldn't do anything there. Still looks in decent shape. Get some more readings. 8.5, okay. Here on the right quarter panel, let's get that little side view real quick. All right, get some more readings. 5.5, 5, 6.5, 7, okay. You already checked the fuel filler area, looks good. Smell the fuel, smells semi-fresh. Here you can see some more breaking of the pinstriping, and here's another view of the roof. Doors look good. There's a ding here on the right side door, and it looks like it's been touched up, right? And a reading of 5/1000ths of an inch. Again, the glass looks good here, and then here you can see the rubber where it's starting to deteriorate a little bit. Just want to make sure I was out of the way. Somebody's trying to pull out right now. Again, the seal looks okay here. Just a little weathered here on the back end. Some light cracking, but let's get some more readings here. 7, 6, and 7. Okay, good solid readings. Let's see here. Okay, and here's another view right here. And then I thought I saw something else here. Just some light scratching here. Okay, cracking. It's kind of hard to tell if it's prep work or scratching. It might be prep work where it's starting to crack a little bit. So know about that. And then here you can see where it's chipped pretty good, and the fender looks like it's been slightly tweaked, right? All right, and then more chipping there. And then there's another view of the vehicle there. I'll go ahead and move forward with the engine bay. I've had the engine running for about a minute now. When I first started it, the idle seemed to hunt a little bit. I mean, a slight fluctuation. I can feel a little bit of roughness as I'm seated here on the driver's seat. But let's take a look at the gauges here. It looks like we're about a quarter tank of fuel. Coolant temperature is around mid-range or so. Again, he just drove it, I don't know how many miles, so it's been running prior to me inspecting it. Oil pressure, we're getting top reading right there. Let's go ahead and walk on over to the engine area. I've already checked all the fluids, and I've kind of just lightly touched some of these hoses because they get brittle and frail, so I don't want to mess with them too much, but they look okay, but it's common for those things to snap. Brake fluid is dark, so I would suggest getting the brake fluid exchanged. I've already checked the power steering. At first I needed a tool to take that off. It was on there like way too tight, but again, it looks like it's going to need a fluid exchange. I always like to take a look at the pulleys. They look true. I guess I don't see any wobbling there, but I don't know if you can notice a little bit where the engine is just shaking just a little bit. I'm surprised the seller even mentioned it. Most casual observers, they wouldn't even pick up on that. All right. I couldn't check the coolant. I mean, as far as removing the cap, because the engine was just too hot. I already checked the transmission fluid and the engine oil. The engine oil looks pretty good. The transmission fluid still had a little redness to it, but you can tell it's a little older fluid in there. What else? I've already checked the front frame supports up here, and it looks great. I don't see any signs of any frontal impact. And pushing back here, springs maintain the weight of the hood, so that's good. All right, I just hear some light tapping on occasion from the back end, but I've heard a lot worse. As of right now, it just kind of comes and goes. All right. And then let's just take a quick look at the exhaust. I was watching them driving when we moved to this location here, so I was watching the lights, and I was also checking the exhaust. I always like to see if there's any smoke coming out, and I don't see any coming out as of right now. Again, I don't know how it starts up cold, but because it was already hot when I start checking it. All right. Quick overview of the interior. First thing I like to check is to see how the doors close, to see if it's got that signature nice solid sound, and it does. Looking at the door panel, didn't see anything obvious here. I just saw some, I mean, this is just minor right here, I think, cosmetic blemish there. Door panel looked good, but I did notice that this is loose here. It's a little pocket. Okay, door jamb looks good. You can see the clear coat line here, though, from when they painted it. But still looks pretty good. I've already got the pictures of the tags. Seats operate well. Here in the inside, I checked the operation of the parking brake that does hold the vehicle when it's in gear. Horn works, and the windshield wipers and the the washer jets are they worked the first time, so it's making me look bad here, but it did work, but it's not working now. You can hear the pump running. I think I said the horn works already. So it sounds like it's off tone. Usually it's got a different sound to it. The radio doesn't work, and the power antenna, I couldn't verify the function of that. AC, tried testing this, and the blower fan works, but it never got cold. Same with the heater. Checked the heater operation, and it didn't feel any heat. So radio antenna and audio, well, radio antenna, radio, and climate control is not working. I already mentioned about the horn. Glove box looks good. Let me turn this off so you can hear the windows. Okay. Let's see, left front door. Window works smooth, but you can hear that little bit of a clunk. Either it's catching on something, or that can be the window regulator. That you wouldn't know unless you take the door panel apart. The rear window, I was able to roll that down, but I couldn't roll it up using the master switch. I had to use the switch back here, and I was able to roll it back up. I've already checked the operation of the sun, the sunshade, the moonroof here, and that's fine. Sunroof. I'm sorry. There we go. We got it. All right. Dome light works. The mirror is nice and firm. Looks like the sunshades are good. This one here just doesn't seat completely back up, but it still looks decent. What else? Power locks work with the vacuum. I checked all these switches; they worked, and the hazards are working as well. Here looks like it's in good shape. Let me go back here real quick. Okay. Back area here, I pulled the carpets already. Looks good underneath there. Material looks pretty good. I verified that the first aid kit is back there. I must be tired now. Let's see here, and let's go on the other side really quick. Okay, so let's listen to this door here on the passenger side. Good, nice and solid. All right, so a view from this side here, door panel looks pretty good. All the windows work. I've already checked the operation of the outside mirrors. Those operated. The dash, good shape. Material looks good. I've already checked the seat belts, and those all worked as well. I look underneath the dash, looks pretty clean. And then next I'll just check the trunk. I've been road testing the vehicle here for about the past 2 miles here. The shifting, I'll stay quiet here for a second. Okay, so that just engaged right there. And it seems a little pronounced, and sometimes I thought it shifted a little early, but other than that, all the other shifting seemed to be seamless. I'm gonna make a right here. Heard a little bit of a brake squeak. I'm stopping with the hands off my wheel, and it's stopping pretty straight. Make a right. I didn't hear any clunks when I go left or right. I'm gonna stay quiet again. Alright, so I was trying to get it to shift before I had to stop. I'm gonna try this again here. This is a longer street. I can't even go on the major streets because there's just too much traffic. I'm gonna stay quiet again. How's the shift? Another shift. Kick down. And didn't hear any abnormal noises. I think I got over 40 miles an hour. And coming to stop, and still smooth. And I'll go ahead and shut down.